bro. Come on in the room, y'all. Come on in the room. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? It's another hot episode of the MountCast. How y'all doing? Come on in the room, good people.
Hot off the press, come on in.
Hey, how y'all doing? Who we got with us tonight? Who's tuning in?
Put your fish sandwich down and join us for just a little while.
Come on, we're gonna talk a little bit. Y'all come on in the room. Say something if you can hear really good. Say something if you can hear real good. Shoot me some hearts or something. Let me know we in good territory.
All right.
All right, we trying to test out the sound. Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, Sister Scales, how you doing? All right.
Sister
All right.
Scales.
Thank y'all, guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and get started. Hey, do me a favor, hit the like and share button if you don't mind. We got a little bit to talk about here.
We won't hold you long, but we do have a word or two to say.
Come on in. Well, man, we didn't go yesterday. I had graduation, so hey, we appreciate y'all for coming in on a Good Friday. You had a good day, man?
I had an excellent day. The children are gone.
Gone.
They out of there.
So Mountain Brook is done.
Mountain Brook is out till further notice.
That's good. That's good.
Yes, it's a beautiful day.
Have about another week and a half, so we're holding it in.
My heart goes out to you, but
June
I am.
5th is our day.
June 5th.
June 5th. Lord Jesus.
Man.
Well, y'all, come on in. Come on in the room. It is the MountCast. I am one of your hosts. I'm your host. Co-hosting. I got Deacon Saul in the building with me. I'm Pastor Jay. And we are the duo that makes the MountCast go. This is the Mount Moriah Missionary Baptist Church podcast. And we are elated to be here with you this evening. So much has happened in the last few days.
Oh, my goodness.
We're going to start off with some announcements. and some reflection. So this past week we had our Women's Day for our
Yeah.
Women's Month, and this past weekend rather. And so the ladies of the Mount, the women of the Mount, put on a show. They had a fashion show. They had a luncheon with a very, very dynamic speaker. Reverend Carson brought a mighty word on Saturday.
Oh yeah, yeah,
She walked the floor with it, really.
yeah. She literally walked the floor with it.
Literally walked the floor with it.
Yeah,
It was good. The crowd was good. We had
Yeah.
about 46 women in the house. Shout out to the women.
very good day. Very good Saturday and Sunday.
And Sunday was nice. Sunday was really nice. We had
Yeah,
an excellent
yeah.
crowd on Sunday to cap it off. And boy, Reverend Maddox told us that Sister Reverend Childers was going to bring a message, and she did not hesitate to
She did.
disappoint. She delivered.
She delivered big time. She was speaking directly to the heart of the Mount, man. Just literally just saying in so many words, stay focused, stay the course.
Stay the course. Stay on straight street.
Stay on straight street.
topic.
Yeah. Don't deviate.
Yeah.
Whether it's taking a little more time than you thought, don't deviate. Stay the course, and he'll see you through to the other side. It was a powerful message, and man, was it needed.
It was right on.
It was right on time.
The point that got me was, hey, she said, in order to get there, you got a desire to be on it.
Oh my goodness,
And I leaned back and I said, that's it right
that's it.
You gotta want to be on
You
that.
gotta want it. You gotta want it.
This salvation. Hey, Jesus has done so much for us.
Right.
How can you not want to get on the street that he has paid for you? It's easy. It's the yellow brick road.
Yeah.
He gave us all of the characters and the characteristics of what being on that road looks like. But more importantly, she talked about faith, and the faith to stick through, see it through, to carry it out. And so
Yeah, it was good, Doc. She, the way she so eloquently put to us that you shouldn't allow discouragements or missteps to take you off the path. That's part of the journey.
right.
That's what strengthens us as we, carry the load to be what God has called us to be. So it was a good word, and I am so glad that it was obvious that God spoke to her and gave her that message for the Mount. So she had the right audience for that message.
Right. She was here. She was definitely on assignment. And bless you, Reverend Childers, for
Yes.
your time to share with us and worship with us, but to encourage us as we are getting ready and prepared for some really great feats here at the Mount.
Absolutely.
It was very timely. It was definitely a godsend, and so bless you and your ministry. So this week, hey Sister Hilliard, how are you? Good to see you tonight. Ivan, what's going on, bro? How are you? All right, Cuzzo, my cousin in the house, Sheldon. How you doing, man? Good to see you in the place. Yeah, man. So that was Sunday. Monday we had a little respite, but then Tuesday came.
My goodness.
Tuesday came. So the election was Tuesday.
Yes.
I rocked the vote. Did you?
Oh yes. As soon as I got out of work, I went up in there, man, and I cast my vote.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so did I. I live in District 55. Are you in 60?
I'm in 60.
Okay. So
Yeah.
your race was really. I think it was the race.
It was
of
it was the race.
It had
It was.
more pub than the governor's race.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It was. I don't know. How do you describe that race in District 60 and how you had a 16-year veteran incumbent and the new person on the block. Probably new. She was new to me. She grew up with my daughter, but as far as politics and being out there like that, man, did she bring the heat and the heavy hitters?
She brought heat, and she brought money.
My goodness.
When I began to look at the campaign reports, and saw how much she had, I knew that there was going to be some noise made. However, shout out to everybody who ran in the race. I'll say this. Nina is a really good friend of mine as well. Servant. She's a fire captain here at the station and in the community. Does a lot. Instructor, professor. She does a lot of work. And when I looked at District 60, of course, I supported Wonderland because we go way back, like Full Flat and a Spare. I supported Wonderland in the race because of really one thing. She's a fighter.
No question about that.
She is a fighter, and it's the good fight. A lot of people have a lot of things to say about her. I don't get into the weeds of that because I look at all of the candidates are doing something that most people never do. And that's put your name out there, put yourself out there to be vulnerable and exposed, to be in a limelight that most people will run from.
Yeah.
So I don't look at the people's character so heavily because they're human.
Right.
But this time, and I talked to Representative Gavan throughout. She's someone that helped me on my campaign to, pointers here and there, and even what I was doing wrong at first.
Right,
and things
giving
like
you some good advice.
The race to me, that particular race, that race was so popular because of her.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that no other rep is good at what they do or anything like that, but she brought a lot of to District 60. To be there so long, number one. Two, because she ran against someone that's from our church as well. Ladarius ran against. To be the type of woman she is.
Yeah, always in the spotlight. Yeah.
State attention, national attention sometimes to a district that's really kind of Birmingham and Adams. It's a mixture of economic basics. It's a mixture of socioeconomic status. And it's a mixture of county and city politics. She has several mayors to deal with, several municipalities or whatnot. And so all of them do, but this one it was just different. Even when the issue with Brookside.
She was right there.
She was right there to fight. Make sure that, and so at the end of the day, I think this race for her was probably catching. It's not like she didn't see it coming. But I personally thought it would be a runoff between
me too.
The two because Nina put in a lot of work. Shout out to you, Nina. She put in a lot of work. And Nina is a fighter as well. I know Nina's a fighter. I don't really know our new state rep that well. She did come to our church.
Yeah, she did.
She did give a little Easter speech at the church, and she had a lot of church support as well. A lot of family ties and friend ties, and so I can't say she's a fighter, and I can't say she won't fight.
Right.
But I know those two would. Those two will.
Yeah.
And the people of District 60 evidently thought that she would be a person to slide in and fight.
Yeah, she did. She did work the community. She was at my house Monday.
Wow.
And not only was she there, but Mayor Woodman was there with her with the sign that was bigger than hers.
Wow.
So
knocked on your door.
Knocked on my door.
Wow. So you live in Forestdale, right?
And I live in Forestdale, right on one of the main drags there. So I knew And you could tell with the amount of, on television, radio, YouTube, every platform as far as getting her message out, it was covered.
Yeah.
So it was some very, very deep pockets, obvious deep pockets in this. I mean, we were getting flyers once a week. It was. I mean, she ran a good campaign, and she got the results show it. But to win in that fashion, and like you, I was expecting a runoff at best. But the people, as Representative Gavan said, the people have spoken, and her being the class person that she is, she accepted the defeat. But goodness knows, she will not be gone.
Oh,
Because she's not that type of person. She's still gonna be fighting for us, and with us. So this is the platform that she uses to continue to do the job for the people. I believe that's what she's gonna do, because that's what she's always done.
Yeah.
From a lawyer aspect, you look at some of the cases she's taken on. Like she took on the case with the minor band director. She's going to continue to be there for the people. It's just be in a different capacity, under a different light, but she still has that power to draw and to move the people. So
absolutely,
just can't wait to see what her next move is.
Yeah, and that's why I say it's like she polarized this particular seat. It was well known in Birmingham. It's well known in Montgomery.
Yeah.
And, shout outs to her. 4 terms is a lot too.
Oh yeah.
I'm one that doesn't really believe in career politicians. Even if I was to win one day, I would do no more than 2 or 3 terms.
Yeah.
3 is enough, and it's time to move on. But 2 is really enough if you know how to.
That's a lot.
That's 8 years. So I think the term limit is inside the people as well too. So like they get a chance to vote. And when they vote, they get to choose you again, or they get to choose somebody else. And that's what happened. Several other interesting feats, and we'll move on to our mental health piece for the week. The mayor's race, not mayor, the governor's race, and the senators went pretty much as I figured they would. Doug Jones did secure the Democratic nod. And we knew Tuberville was going to secure the Republican nod.
Yeah, Trump's son. Yeah.
But there are a few things that I did find interesting about this election, and I'm gonna say that I'm going to say this really quickly. I appreciate everyone for the energy that we had this election cycle. It was much better.
Yeah.
There was an uptick and an increase in registered voters. And for the first time, there were a lot of first-time voters that's been absent of the last few cycles. And I saw personally one of my classmates who I know has kind of moved away from religion, kind of moved away from just all the things. He voted for the first time in a while. So the gravity of what's going on in the world, and the heaviness of this moment with the Voting Rights Act being attacked, and all the things that happened, it was good to see more numbers at the polls. It was very good to see that. But we still got a long way to go, because 77% of you out there stayed home, couldn't get off, or whatever the case may be. We're going to chalk it up, because we're not here to beat you up. We're here to lift you up and encourage you. What we want to do is get back to, we say we're not going back, but what we need to do is get back to some of the strategies, some of the community and organizational pieces of the movement, because it is a movement now. It's definitely a movement. The Republicans have made their move, and it's time for us in the community to make our move. and I'm going to call out right now all black churches. And I say black because this is the context that and the times we're in.
Yeah, that's what we are.
Pastors, deacons, leaders, hear me and hear me clearly. I need you to get a civic team or a civic engagement ministry in your church. And if you need help doing that, listen, we're about to kick up another episode of the Revolt, the Black Church Project that launched with Carl McClure and Faith Works Community. Listen, that's voter registration, that's voter education, that's voter identification, that's voter participation, there's voter mobilization, there's organization. We have to start having conversations, not only with each other, but we have to start having conversations with our members.
Right.
There were a lot of things about this particular election that caught some people off guard, like the amendments.
Yeah.
Right.
That was big, and and I'm glad that you are calling out the churches to be there in this time, because unlike in the past, our political machines, organizations who organize and put their stamp on the candidates. I didn't, normally I receive a lot of flyers about we're supporting this, and I didn't have any of that information this time. So as far as the amendments, my daughter explained those to us. But as far as some of those candidates and some of them offices, I really had to think about what I was inking in, because the information that I normally use to gauge, which way I'm going, it wasn't available this time. So that's real important for us to organize as churches, so that we can support the vote, not necessarily support an individual or anything like that, but the need to vote, especially with these special elections and all of this that we got coming up. If we had low attendance at the polls this time, then what is that going to look like in these upcoming elections, where typically when you have a runoff or something, you always have smaller numbers, but we're just not in a position this time to just let it slide by. We need to really focus up and get to the polls.
We can't. And why you went with that side of the numbers? I looked at the fact that the delegates, all the delegates, some of the delegates were in 2 spots. I knew a lot of those names because I've been paying attention to politics for about 25 years. However, still a lot of people I didn't. And I'm saying that I got to do better, because how can I lead if I don't have the information? But number 2, we have to do a better job of the candidates having somewhere to go, some hub where everybody can hear from everybody that's running. Like, there are forums and debates and all across the city, but a lot of times the candidates don't even show up. And I think District 8 did a great job. As I ran, we had several of them throughout churches, community centers, and nonprofits. We need that type of energy for the educational piece. We need that type of energy for the candidates to introduce themselves. And we need to have a way where we can hear from everybody who wants our vote to actually earn it.
That's true.
Because I think time is out for us just giving our vote away. And if I don't know the person, then I'm really just kind of giving away. Really, like, we shouldn't have to go in the voting booth and be like, hey over here. Like,
well, his name sounds good. I think I heard of him before. I'll go ahead. But you're right, Doc. So the relationships that we have with the 4 churches, the relationships that we have with our neighbor churches, for you to get with the pastors and say, well, let's do a type of representation at one of these locations where we can get people in and talk to us. That's where we are. that's where we are as our rights are being stripped away. We need to get back to showing them the true power of the vote.
Exactly, and they understand it. That's why they're fighting really hard to take it.
Yeah,
We don't understand it.
right.
And
And
I
that's the
think,
problem.
and I'm glad you brought that up, because this particular time, I had a lot of my students to vote
Wow.
before graduation, and this was amazing to see. I even made a post where one of our members actually hit me and was like, "Man, they left graduation rehearsal and went and voted."
Wow.
So they got their graduation rehearsal shirts on, and they're at the polls. And then one student commented on my page and was like, "It was fun." So shout out to parents, man. Shout out to grandparents. Shout out to aunts and uncles, cousins, brothers, all the like pastors. Shout out, because what we saw is actually is good for moving forward, because the young people actually responded to the moment,
Right.
and they exercised their vote. Now, what we have to do this time is we're going to have to, for those that are going to college, they need to do absentee at some point,
Right.
and that way that you can secure that. And then two, we forgot about the elderlies who are the nursing homes and things of that nature. Not saying that you want to just get there to get votes, but you need to get those who can vote that may not have transportation or whatever that. We need to remove all the barriers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And those are two areas: the young people and our senior citizens is definitely people that have the barriers, because the young people, a lot of them don't drive, and then the elderly, a lot of them don't drive. So we need to work those out. But shout out to the parents and grandparents again. The young people responded. Shout out to y'all. But look, it wasn't enough.
Well, nah.
It was not enough. It's not going to be enough if we're going to stop a staunch Trump. I'm just going to call him what he is. He's really just Trump's puppet.
That's
He's
it.
going to do just about everything. Now, I know he's going to try to say, "Well, I didn't stand with Trump on this last deal," but that's because it's political season. We know the real when you got votes on the line. So we have to bring in our people to get some type of educational pieces out to you, and then once we do that, then we got to mobilize.
Yeah.
We got to register new voters. We got to do that really quickly. I'm going to be working again with Carl and them this time, this fall, but I'm thinking about it now, even in summer school. We got to know the deadlines.
Yeah.
A lot of times, some of the rising seniors, those are the juniors now, their birthdays are in the fall. We need to know all that.
Yeah. So
All
they
of them
can
need to be registered.
so they can be registered to
And
vote.
then they can vote in the November election. We have an election, a special election. We have a congressional election in August.
Yeah.
And so that we have to get prepared for.
We gotta get.
So it's going to be like 3 elections back to back. We're going to have one in June, one in August, and then we're going to have to gear up
for that one in November.
For November. And so we got work to do now.
Yeah.
77% is a lot of votes.
Yeah, and it's so crazy, Pastor, when you look at the resume of a Doug Jones versus Tommy Tuberville. It is to when you hear him talk, and you know he's a puppet for Trump, and you hear some of the racist things that he says, and with his ties to Trump that it's gonna almost be like Trump is running the state. So he's gonna be getting approval from Trump with every move he makes.
For sure.
And his resume, in no way can compare to what Doug Jones has done for our community. What he's done when as a proven leader, attorney, always there for the people at large, a whole versus a segment.
Yep.
Of the community. So I can't even fathom.
Man, I see here. I said, if you put them together, right, and you just
right.
blacked out their faces and put their accomplishments up side by side,
Oh man.
it would be a no-brainer.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
Greatest accomplishment, Doug Jones, probably becoming the U.S. Senator. That's big, but
Yeah.
it's definitely either the U.S. District Attorney rise or the prosecution of the 16th Street bombers.
Right. You name it. You name it. He's
And Tommy is what, beating Bama 5 times?
that's it. I mean, Doug Jones is on CNN, a political commentator. So
Right.
he's nationally.
Yeah.
He's a respected voice, and for people to be blinded by race and by Trumpism, to not see that this man is not qualified to do nothing. He was barely qualified to coach football, but you know, I'm an Alabama fan, so you know, naturally I'm biased, but that's where we are in the state of Alabama when we go from grandmama to a possibility of Tommy Tuberville being the governor.
The governor of the great state of Alabama. And
My goodness.
it's interesting, y'all. Brother Johnson, I agree with you, man. We do have to do our part. That's why we're sitting here tonight. Really kind of took up maybe 10 more minutes of our talk time. But this is a very, very, very important election season and cycle. And it's also a very, very important election that just took place. And so we're just chatting with the people because I believe the church has to re-engage and reinvigorate its position in the community when it comes to the political landscape. So, Sister Scales said, Deacon Solid really is. Hey, how you doing, Sister Scales? Again. So y'all listen. There's another thing to this before we jaywalk. We're gonna take another 4 minutes here. There was a young cat, 35 years old, in this race. He goes by the name of Pastor Jamel Brown.
My word.
Did y'all see him? All right. Talk back to me in the comments. Did y'all see his campaign? Did you see his interview? Did you check him out? Because see, I didn't know until like very, very recent that he voted for Trump 3 times.
3 times.
Not once, not twice, but 3 times. I didn't know that. I didn't know that he was a Democratic conservative. Conservative he is. I didn't expect him after he lost to be reaching out to Tommy Tuberville for support and endorsements. But his platform.
His platform. Hey, we want to legalize. First off, we're gonna legalize marijuana.
He said we're gonna do that.
The pot smoking preacher.
Yeah, they gave him a name today.
They gave him. This they did.
He is the pot smoking preacher.
My word.
Pastor. I said, Lord have mercy. Yeah, he's the pot smoking pastor. Hey, Sister Tia, how are you?
You know, if he's doing some smoking, he's doing some drinking.
Yeah,
You know?
and there's video out here. He's at
All over everywhere.
A local club in Birmingham. Wasted to be wasted.
Tore out the frame.
At the end of the day, y'all, nearly 16,000 Alabamians cast a vote for Pastor Brown. 16,000. And I'm not going to take the position that a lot of you are taking. A lot of you are like clowning the 16,000, and I'm gonna come from the teacher angle. Can I? I'm gonna come from the preacher angle.
Well, fix it then.
We need to figure out
Who the 16,000? What?
a lot of them were first time voters. What did he do that everybody else who's supposed to be polished and seasoned didn't do? Because obviously he did something to engage people who are not normally and typically inside of the voting process. So I'm not saying do everything he did.
No, like
But
vote
I'm
for Trump
definitely
3
saying
times.
we need to look at what he did. And I heard Chris talking about this. I hate we didn't get to go on Tuesday because I wanted my stuff to be fresh. But I had been canvassing and thinking and just really looking at this election season for a while. I kind of called it. I missed 2 races. Okay, we got to answer to what he did. Now he was making a fool of himself on social media. And see, Destiny, that's it, right? So that's it. Was he, or was he doing what he had already been doing? Evidently, he's a content creator for a reason. However, 16,000 Alabamians said, "We rolling with you."
We rolling with you.
And I want to know what we need to do to lock those 16 into the numbers that we really, really need. Because if you look at all the Democratic candidates and their totals, and all the Republicans and their totals, cause we still short by 300,000 votes.
Wow.
A good 300, maybe more. And so just that alone, just endorsements alone, and each candidate supporting each one alone is not going to do it. He placed like third.
Wow.
In a governor's race, right? So that's a statewide.
Statewide. So
I want y'all to hear me now. So that means people in Mobile, people in Huntsville, people in Birmingham, people all the way out in Livingston. People voted for him.
Yeah.
And 16,000 votes is no easy feat. No easy feat. 1,000 votes not easy. And so, what can we glean and gather from his campaign so that we can actually engage the younger crowd? Y'all call them YNs, the younger brothers and sisters, to keep them engaged into the political.
So tell me this, Pastor. So with Doug Jones now being the candidate for the Democrats, so do you think his machine will reach out to this pastor? Or he did get 16,000 votes. So how do you think that part works? So will he establish a bridge and say, hey, you didn't make it, you ran a good campaign, or what have you? How can we get those 16,000 to make sure we got that part covered at the polls?
I don't think he will, because
he don't want to be attached to the negative part.
Brown has already publicly said that that the people who support him didn't want Doug Jones.
They wanted Tuberville.
Well, they wanted him.
Oh.
And he has already publicly reached out to Tuberville.
Wow.
Via his social media page. Hey, Tuberville, give your boy a call.
Oh, my goodness.
So he's a Democratic conservative, see. He's not a liberal.
I didn't know it was such a thing as a Democratic conservative.
Well, yeah, you got a spectrum. He's saying that I'm closer aligned with Republicans, but I'm not a Republican because whatever that reason is.
Wow.
Right? But he's closer to that line than he is to the Joe Bidens of the world. And for him to vote for Trump 3 times, he's literally he's against something. So his stance is
he was on something. He had took a good hit of that good
good
when he came. He had a good hit of that.
The czar and a bottle.
Some serious loudness when he made that political. I don't know how you even frame that up. But that he was on one end for sure. He was on one end for sure.
Yeah, he definitely. And so I said no, but maybe they will, just for the formality of it. Most times, the top ticket candidates will reach out to those in the race to ask them for their endorsement and their support. Formality, but I don't know if he does it with this guy. Because again, it's a slippery slope for him to attach with all the shenanigans.
But you're right.
It is 16,000 solid votes, so I'm pretty sure his campaign team will come together. I actually know a few people that are working on that campaign, and so it will be interesting to see how this goes. But even with Pastor Brown votes, we still short
250.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we got work to do.
Wow.
But I think the 250,000 are there. And I'm going to tell you all this, and then I'm going to go silent for a reason. I I was surprised because a lot of Republicans stayed at home and didn't vote. And so while the Democratic numbers were telling, my eyes rose when I looked at the Republican numbers.
Well, you think they stayed home because they knew they had it locked up, or what they needed?
Or they wasn't really engaged. Because, see, I think this is the MAGA group that supported. Because, you know, each party has their own little sub cliques or whatever. And so the Republicans, and then you got MAGAs, and then you have just plain old orthodoxy. I think the most people voted MAGA way in Alabama. But I also think a lot of them just stayed out of it because it's a lot to going on. You got farmers who are not happy. You have a lot of people who are looking at the national landscape and the things that are happening that are not happy. And I think a lot of people just stayed at home. But 77% is a lot of people. Yeah. However, when you look at the weeds of those numbers and you see which party kind of voted and how the people voted, it's very telling. And truthfully, I want them to stay at home in November.
Yeah, but I think you got a lot of in that percentage. You probably have a lot of undecided Republicans.
Right.
When they're looking at what they're paying for gas, and when they're looking at this, and you know what they're paying for groceries, it has impacted them in ways probably like never before. So I believe this round we'll get a few Republican votes for Doug Jones because they're saying the madness of what Trump is doing is got to stop. So you have a lot of Republicans that, although some of them are in the closet, but I know they disagree with Trump's approach to politics and what he's done to this country.
Yeah. Brother Johnson said he know that some Republicans did vote for Doug Jones, and I think that's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
I really do. The closer we get to that landmark, I think it's going to happen. Another thing that I thought about is in our organizational approach, y'all, we need to keep this one silent. It's not time to get on social media. We need to go old school, mouth to ear, because sometimes if you talk too much, people know your strategy and they'll double back on you. So whatever we come up with community wise, I'm not saying we shouldn't put some media out, but I don't think it needs to be mass media. I think we need to plan, plot, and strategize in smaller networks. Kind of like the bus boycott. Hey, it's word of mouth. We finna make it happen. Go back to old school literature because there are a lot of groups, a lot of ways that you get infiltrated. All right, so we're gonna move on because that kind of is well, we took up 40 on that one. It was supposed to be 20, but we appreciate y'all.
Yeah, that's what happens when it get good.
Listen, you brought up something, and we'll stay there because it deals with mental health. The rising cost of gas, the rising cost of groceries, and the rising cost of healthcare.
Yeah.
All of those things compounded I thought about the mental health part of this. And so since our topic was the Black Church and mental health, I want to do a check-in with y'all right quick. How is your mental knowing what you know now? We're now 2-3 months into these rising gas costs, and they are going up by the day. Okay, $4.45, $4.49. Then I go back in the morning or maybe that afternoon, and it's gas when I left Sam's today was $4.65 for the premium.
Wow,
$4.65. Which I don't know about y'all, but my car says he don't like 87 or 89.
Ooh my!
So, we can only ride in 93 in my baby.
Man.
And listen, pumping that fill up feels a whole lot different than 3 months ago.
Almost double.
Oh, it is double.
Yeah.
It went from 60 something to 70 to 120 to fill up. 120. So if gas has gone up like that,
Yeah.
that means there's some frustration.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There's some irritation. There's some agitation out there. How are you coping? How is your mental coping with this?
When we talk about gas and its impact, we have to look at how much diesel costs, because these transportation costs with the 18 wheelers on the road trying to get the groceries to the store, and then it starts because of the diesel. This is raising their costs, and then the grocer's gonna pass it on to us. So everything
Right.
is impacted with that. We not only are we rolling on fumes because we can't afford gas like it was when we do get to the grocery store. I mean, everything is on the rise, and it will mess with your mental. And then you look at utilities, the stuff that's going on with the utilities, from the waterworks to the power company that is always faultless, but the waterworks is always wrong. But their rates continue to rise. I think they said they weren't going to raise it this year, which probably the first time they didn't raise them in so long. When you've raised them every year prior, utility that has been raising it every year, so you've been hitting us every year, and now you decide to be a little polite and say, well, we're gonna give y'all a pass this year, when you talk about the billions that they made in profits.
Right. And that's the part.
And that's the part right there. That's the part right there. And it's funny how
Spire has a whole lot of us.
Oh yeah.
And so, just a real question, because see, when we talk about pastoring and leading and shepherding, you're not just always focused on the preaching mode.
Right.
It's the other thing that affect the mental. It's the other things that affect your members and their mental. And so it's that part that concerns me.
Because you got to preach to the whole person. You just can't pick the part that makes us happy. You gotta deal with the whole thing, and man, that is that's different when you look at it that way. People struggling to get here.
And then you asking them, you passing out this beautiful gold and purple.
Yeah, and then here I come. Can you give to the building fund? And they like the building fund I'm supporting is the one at my house. That building, yeah.
The one where Alabama.
So Deacon Solomon, you can be excused. Yeah. Don't ask me for nothing. Yeah. Yeah. My baby got to graduate. I ain't got no time to be fooling with Mount Moriah and building fund. Yeah. Y'all can miss me on that. That's heavy.
Yeah. So
that's heavy.
And I'm gonna rise up and raise up on some of these comments. Sister Teal says, she lie down and sleep, wake up because the Lord sustains me. She quotes Psalms 3 and 5. And then Arthur said he is good. Electric car. Maybe Arthur is ahead of the scene.
Yeah, we need a hybrid or something. You gotta get a mix.
And Roderick C. Pound Sullivan says, I'm angry and mad as heck. So yeah. He also says, poor folks are suffering and our church contributions will reflect it. And so,
wow,
we're gonna stay right there.
Well, listen, my brother sent a fireball from Ohio. All the
way down 65 now.
All the way down. That is powerful,
Doc. And that's what I just said. Like, how is your mental? Because when you're constantly and I hate to do this, but I got to, because he said poor people. And we were talking in my psychology class today. That was the prompt. Do you think that the rising healthcare, gas, and do you think it's affecting people's mental health? Because we're studying mental health this month. And yeah, if the kids can recognize it, we all do.
Oh yeah.
And so they asked the robots about it. They asked the robots, AI, ChatGPT for the win. And the robots simply said that people who are living with less resources economically are going to feel the brunt of everything that's happening, and their mental health could be, didn't say it is, but could be impacted at greater rates, right? And so if you think about us, all of us are working class people. I don't care, I'm one of the people that don't really believe in the middle class. I believe the middle class is made up. It never really existed until into the 20th century. It's a made up phenom. It sounds good, but it's really not a middle class, because the middle class can be the poor class if they lose their job, right?
Yeah.
One check away.
Most
people, and even with your savings and 401ks, most of us don't have enough money where we don't have to work again.
Right.
So I think it's the working class. They give it a nice name. We carry the load of both sides.
Yeah.
We carry the tax relief for the rich, and we carry the programs that help sponsor most of the resources and services that people in the poor class enjoy. However, when I gotta choose between milk, diapers, Alabama Power, because they don't want to hear you paid your tithes and you can't pay us. They don't want to hear that.
Wow.
Pastor Pounds, if you still there, like, they don't want to hear that, because that ain't got nothing to do with us. That pressure,
yeah.
from just having to prioritize and make those type of decisions, knowing that your heart really wants to do a lot of them,
right?
But you really can't, because your financial capacity is just not able to stretch so wide. So what do they have to do? So we're talking about people who are already. You have members in the church that are already working 2 jobs.
Right.
So what else do I go get another one?
Yeah. Huh.
Because I got the other one because it was too high.
Right.
At that time. And now that gas has gone up, now that the Alabama power rates have gone up, like, that which was a comfortable place for me now becomes a struggle.
Oh yeah.
And a strain. So how is your mental in this?
Right. So it's summertime. Your power bill is already going to go up. So so now you got to debate whether you're going to sit in the house and be hot. You got to decide whether you're going to eat the chicken thighs out of oxtails. I want some oxtails, but reality is I got to go with the chicken thighs, because that's what I can afford. So you have all this stress that comes from those decisions. And then here we stand at the door of the mount, saying, "Come on in the room."
It shall be given up.
And it's yeah. But then and just saying that, I think about I think we're in a here at Mount Moriah, we're in a good position where we're close enough to our people where we can talk to them. And they can hear the realness of the compassion that we're showing for them at these times. But just think about those preachers who all they preach is prosperity. Ooh. So what are the prosperity? Just give me your money and everything gonna be all right, preachers. How is that part going?
I don't know.
So in the midst of it all,
I would assume. They gotta at least go in a little depth into their message. Cause
give them some.
You got people that's struggling.
Yeah. My tomorrow versus your tomorrow. I got a whole different look at what tomorrow looks like.
Yeah.
Is tomorrow the day my light's gonna be turned off? Is tomorrow the day that I'm gonna run out of gas? So people are coming to church, and they are mentally worn and whooped by things that are going on in society, and then they come into the church house, and what do we say? What you know?
Pay your tithes and offerings.
Pay your tithes and offerings, and then you say pay your tithes and offerings, and then I come up behind you and say, well, the building fund is not, it's way, compared to last year, we way off. Man, that really makes you rethink that messaging.
Yeah.
So we got to do, definitely got to take a different approach.
So there's a comment from the Ohio Valley. It will impact the poor class immensely. It already is. Mental frustration will reveal itself in rising inner city crime, drug addiction,
Yep.
and all the ills that impact our community. We will see the angst in our angst. Yeah.
Ah,
You own it.
right.
Doc, you are on it.
Yeah. We gonna have Pastor Pounds on one of these podcasts coming up real soon. But that is something else. What do you say, Pastor, to a soul that is, they are mentally, they are financially strapped, mentally out of it because of life's blows. So how do we ease their mind, inspire them? It's one thing to say that there's better days ahead.
Right.
Hey, we tell them this week it's better days ahead. This week is gonna be better than But the everyday struggles of life, they weigh you down.
They do. Hey, Counselor Wardine Alexander, how are you? Good to see you, my friend. God bless you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Well, this is to help you get
Right.
to know me in this space. This is why I've always got kind of frustrated when certain messages go out about giving patterns. And it may seem as if I'm just all in la faith land, but I'm also all the way in people land. My background allows me to have insight that a lot of pastors don't really have.
Yeah, your level of empathy when it comes to looking at the whole person. Yeah.
Yeah, and so and your other brother is also very well equipped because we went to the same school, same program. So when you talk about the counseling and psychology piece, it's a whole different set of eyes. And with the pastoring piece, it just amplifies what we already have studied in that capacity. So when I hear certain messages, I'm going to push back because you also have to look at where your people are. You got to know the context of your people. You got to know that, we're not at Hunter Street Baptist Church.
Right.
Right. We're not at the big church on 450. We're not at the Rock City Church.
Right.
We don't have 2,000 and 3,000 members. We're not at the Dome Church. And, and nothing wrong with big churches, but when you're a mid-sized small church, which we're small compared to the to what they classify us as, we're a small church. When you compare what we're doing relatively to what others are doing, we're blessed.
We're very blessed.
We're very blessed. And I'm not saying that in a braggadocious way, but at the same time, you can't just say that we're here because we've been not saving.
Right.
You also got to give me credit.
Give me credit.
Give me credit. I made a decision to tithe and try God, and I heard Pastor Jay and I heard Deacon Solomon.
Yeah.
And I'm trying it, but you telling me that there's no, and so you gotta have balance.
Gotta have balance.
And so we lead people who are still in the hood.
Yeah.
We and even if you are in Forestdale, Adamsville, or whatever,
Yeah.
you still are from the hood.
Yeah.
And you're literally across the train tracks from where you used to be.
Right. Right. Yeah.
It's easy to forget
yeah.
where
Yeah.
you were.
Right. Right. Right.
So, and I agree with your brother. I agree with Pastor Pounds here. We must preach prophetically rather than preaching prosperity. Period.
Period.
As a matter of fact, my last sermon, I stood and said, I'm going to preach prophetically today because the moment required, we're not going back. And so this is the time for us to educate, for us to teach sound doctrine, but also to understand that Jesus' ministry wasn't a poor ministry. If you do right by people, give to whatever the mission is.
Right. Right.
But at the same time, I believe the church and government have a responsibility to pour back when your people are hurting.
Yep.
So it's kind of like tithing. It's kind of like taxes.
Yeah. Yeah.
In that sense, because
Right.
it was a
Right.
tax.
Right.
So if I'm paying and I get in a bind, the people that I'm giving my money to should help me. If I'm sowing into your organizations, institutions,
Right.
and therefore.
Right.
Now, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
A lot of people feel like, well, that ain't why you're giving it. No, that's
No,
actually how the synagogue was set up.
Yeah.
It met the needs of the people. Even some of the tithes were food based, right? And then you had a jubilee period, a celebratory type. So it wasn't that we just take.
Right.
There was also God put in a system that you do pour back into them. Although it wasn't every year, every month. They were, I think every 3. At the end of the day, the messaging has to be encouraging.
Yeah.
And it has to be illuminating.
Yeah. Yeah. And we, I guess, as a church, we have to be more appreciative to people still, despite what they're going through at their homes economically, whether people still dealing with societal stuff where you got all these pressures at your home, and then you're still making a sacrifice to give something to the church. We should acknowledge it and show appreciation because they're keeping the lights on and they're keeping the doors open. Absolutely. Maybe not to the capacity that they want to or that we want them to, but when you look at where we are, we got to show some sign that we are grateful for what we have.
Absolutely.
And to your point, we where we are as a church, we got to be the church again, if that makes any sense. Yeah. We got to be the church. Don't be talking about, don't bring politics in here. We got to deal with what our congregation is dealing with, and they're facing all of this in daily struggles. So for us to ignore what is taken from them mentally and economically and all these things, for us to ignore it, I don't think we're doing our job as a church.
Yeah, and that's the thing. What did Jesus do? The disciple says, send them away. He says, no, feed them.
Feed them. Yeah.
Don't send them home on an empty stomach.
Right.
They've been with us all day teaching and doing ministry. We've been working, doing kingdom things. Mm-hmm. But the kingdom way takes care of needs.
Take care of needs, yeah.
And so this is the time. Exactly. Social justice preaching. Absolutely, Pastor. I just picked up a book, and his dissertation was about social justice preaching. And it is he's an Alabamian and he's off now. We'll talk about that later, but yeah, it's a good read so far. It's our people need to know that we are aware,
right,
of their situation.
Yeah, we don't have blinders on. Yeah.
That we are aware of their pains financially. We see it, although it may affect us a little different. We're still human till we see it. Although we're leaders in the church, we're not blind to what the needs are. We still have the compassionate empathy that our Christ would would show in these situations. So,
Man, that was powerful, Doc. It just made me think about, we celebrated Women's Day this past Sunday, and our when we think about what people are going through, but they still make the sacrifice. We had some people that made some significant sacrifices on Sunday with their pledges to the church, and when we talk about the scope of everything that's going on, and people still making that sacrifice, even now, they're trusting God to pull them through. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all have this $5 that I need, because it's Women's Day and it's for a cause. So that's a lot to take in.
it's a lot. And so you always want to look at the whole man.
Yeah.
You always want to look at that. I believe that everything starts in the spirit. So if we look at the spiritual needs, we can touch into the emotional needs, we can touch into your physical needs, we can touch into all the other needs, but just the spirit, you have more than just spiritual needs.
Yeah.
And that's the whole man. That's what made Christ's ministry so impactful in 3 years. He didn't just preach the spiritual. He tapped into their physical. He tapped into their emotional. He dealt with the whole man. And what makes a healthy church is healthy members.
Yep.
And that means that your mental is healthy as well. So just know that we are having this discussion because we want you, Mount Moriah.
Yeah.
And we want you, who may not even attend our church, that do go to church, to understand that I'm sure I can speak for your pastor and your leaders to say that they appreciate you. We have to remember that the church has to be the church, especially in such a time as these.
Such a time as these. Ooh.
So I want to give you all some tidbits of things that you could do if you are struggling, so to will, with if you're struggling with the priorities and making these decisions, gas is getting to you. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. The very first time I put that 100 in there, I really looked at that gas tank. I was in disbelief. I was shocked.
Yeah.
I made a video when I first saw it. My first video, I put $94 in, and it was like maybe 2 weeks after, we started having a military conflict with Iran. 2 weeks later, I'm putting $30 more.
Ooh.
$30 more in the normal, really about 25. Now it's up to like $40, $50 more. I put $120 in my truck the other day. 120 bones. So like, hey, I pastor a black church and I work in Birmingham City School. I'm not rich by no means. And I feel it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I looked at, I got an app that kind of categorized my spending. And I looked at it and I was just like,
whoa.
It is a bill.
Yeah.
Your gas just became pretty close to your mortgage.
You got that right. If you got to drive in a distance, yeah.
A little bit closer to your power bill or more. Mine was more than my power bill. And so when I start thinking about my situation, and God has blessed me to a place to be comfortable, like again, I'm not rich. I started thinking about my members, who I know their situations are not
right
where I am.
Right.
And I don't say that in a prideful way. I say that with great.
Yeah, where we have multiple incomes in a home. Some people just had a single income and got to make it work for.
Yeah, and then they got kids.
And then they got grandkids. Then we run into all the other things that come with being a parent in this day of time. You got the grandchildren, you got mom and them. Everybody need some help. They come to you for help, and now you need some help.
And I see your our pastor friend has put up, and this is it right here. Doc. We're gonna end with this scripture. We're gonna end right here. Here's what Jesus said, Luke 4:16-21, King James verse 16. And he came to Nazareth, where he had been brought up. And as custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and stood up for to read. And there he delivered unto them the book of the prophet Isaiah. which is Elijah, y'all. Isaiah, excuse me. And when he had opened the book, he found the place where it was written, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted."
Wow.
And I'm going to come back and get the rest of that, Doc, because it wouldn't let me be great on here. So many characters. And to preach deliverance. Listen, I want y'all to understand something. Christ said, I came through the power of the Holy Spirit. The Spirit has sent me. The Father has sent me to preach. But he also sent me with some other needs.
Ooh-wee.
He also sent me with some other needs in mind. I came to liberate and emancipate people who were held in captive. And all captivity is not a jail cell. I came to set people free from addictions. I came to set some people free from spending habits. I came, whatever the
need is, yeah.
I came to set you free from that, right?
Right.
Listen, he's the same God that spoke in Luke 4. That's the same God that's going to set us free from that.
That's right.
It's already over.
Huh.
Listen, you've made it through half of the term.
My goodness.
And although it looks like it's getting uglier right now, you've made it through half the term, because our faith doesn't rest in no man. Our faith rests in Jesus, who is our Christ. So to all of you, my father's children, to all of you, I say this with great humility. If you need tools in your toolbox to relieve that stress, I want to give you a couple. Don't allow your car to go below half.
Yes.
Okay, make that declaration to me. At half, we stop. It shorten or shrinks your bill. Okay, that's something you can do really quickly. Plan your errands. Do it all in one swoop. And try to cut back on your drive time. Carpool with those you can carpool with. These are those times. Listen, we're back there. If you can ride the bus, that might be an option.
Yeah.
Because I've actually thought about your son-in-law. I thought about the electric car here in the last couple of months. But if you have another vehicle than the one you like to drive, that'll be more gas saving. Drive it.
That's right. That's right.
It's really time, and I think God is actually also getting believers to get back into really just prioritizing, and having good
and getting the discipline, restoring the discipline back to the house, back to everything. You just can't go out there haphazardly. You got to put some thought. You got to put some thought into your movement.
Yeah, and we can say budgeting, but listen, man, it's hard to budget when you ain't got nothing to budget with.
Right.
It's hard.
Right.
I get it, but there are things you can do. You might have to reduce some of your expenses. You might have to reduce some of your expenses. You might have to cut the cable off. If it's between cable and gas, you know you need gas to get to work. You might have to do that. You might have to join a club like Sam's or Costco to get the cheaper gas prices. I know me and Victoria, we shoot on over to Sam's. Sam's and Costco's really about 2 or 3 cents.
Yeah.
But they're going to be the cheaper of most of the places inside of the city, especially if you live in Jefferson County.
Yeah.
Because if you go to Chevron right now, Doc, they knocking your head off.
They see you coming.
And then when we talk about your mental, if you haven't started, this is a good time. Pray to God for the wisdom and the capacity to help you cope during this season. You know, we say we're gonna pray a lot, y'all. We talk about prayer.
Yeah.
Listen, it's one of the most powerful tools in our arsenal that we don't even use a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that Jesus is going to magically appear to you tonight and tell you everything's going to be right, because we know everything's going to be all right. but he's also given us dominion
Yeah.
to make decisions in the earth. So
Yeah.
this, my brothers and sisters, is the time that, as Deacon Solomon said, discipline. This is the time to amp up on your stewardship.
Yep.
That's your time
Yep.
and your money.
Get back to the old standards that brought us through, like saying your prayers at night.
At night.
You remember when that
Yeah.
was,
That's the thing, baby.
yeah. So let's let's get back to that. Some of this, the things that are going on, we have to use them as lessons
We do.
to get us there.
I'll tell you one that I thought that the kids brought up. This is what I thought was pretty good. They said that it's almost cheaper to drive Uber and Lyft.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. And I thought about it and I said, I drive, so I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, what they paying me, it might be. We don't get a lot of the ride. So if the ride from here to work is $15, that might be cheaper than your fill up.
Wow.
But they were very helpful in just coming up with ways and strategies to share out. We're gonna put it all together and make a little pamphlet to send out. But like, these are real live, real table talk conversations that pastors don't normally have.
Right.
We don't have the opportunity to get out, and so when you have two of your leaders can just sit down and just listen, man. You are not alone.
You're not alone.
You are not alone in this fight. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're taking care of your disciplines. But most of all, make sure that you're growing spiritually, because that is going to give you what you need in this season. You need faith in this season. If you don't have it, and if you're not, you got it. You're not exercising.
Yeah, boy, that brings me to the famous, infamous Deacon Don nugget. I got one for you as we get ready to close out, Pastor. Some people wait for perfect conditions before they move, but faith learns how to walk while the road is still being built.
My God. Say it again, man.
Man, I know it was good when I wrote it.
Yes, sir.
I know it was. Some people wait for perfect conditions before they move, but faith learns how to walk while the road is still being built. That'll preach that, Doc. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying.
That's definitely good.
I think
I got a scripture to go with that.
Yeah, I think you might be able to do something with that. I'm gonna leave that up to you, but that just hit me. I journal a lot, and I wrote that down. I forgot what day it was, but man, Doc, we gotta. And that's one of the good things about us being a smaller church, not too big where we don't know everybody. We get to look people in the face. We get to talk to them. We get to share and encourage. So that's one of the advantages to a church of our size, or being one of the mega church where you're just going through and you got the big, all of the big fanfare, but connecting with the people, I think we do a good job of that, Doc.
Yep, we do, and that's something that that I don't take for granted.
Yeah,
especially during
these times.
So
that's powerful.
Okay, y'all, we're probably gonna have a guest next week. So
probably gonna have a guest, yeah.
I'm gonna lock in, make sure, but we're gonna bring on a therapist next week to come inside of the space with us. So with the 2 weeks we have left, we are going to reach out to some of our community members. It's Mental Health Month, okay, and so we're talking all things and how mental health in the Black church and how we can make that better, how we can do better education and better participation to make sure that you don't just use prayer only, but we believe that prayer and appeal can go together. We believe in prayer and talking to Jesus and talking to the therapist at the same time. Listen, you have faith, we know that, but you also know that if you don't take your blood pressure medicine, things are going to go wrong. And so we need people, especially our community,
Yeah.
to tap in that mental health is not is a stigma. It is not something wrong with you. All of us have mental health. All of us are impacted by the things that happen to us on a day-to-day basis. And listen, all of it is not good. So when things begin to compile and compound themselves on you, they can affect your mental health. And
Yeah.
so we're going to make sure that we come through this vehicle to share out with you some tidbits and truths that'll help you in these weird days that we're living in.
These are those perilous times.
Hey, appreciate you, Brother Johnson, man, for hanging out with us. Hey, Mama, how are you?
Yes.
Sister Tate,
Thank
how
all
you
of you.
be?
Thank all of you.
I'm sorry, Sister Hughes. She got me one time, so I'm gonna make sure. Pastor D is in the house. Hey, Sister Fan. Maria, how are you? Listen, y'all, thank you for tuning in.
Thank you so
We
much.
went 120 this time. We went 120, but we had to talk a little bit about the election stuff.
Oh,
so
yeah.
y'all bear with us. If you didn't vote, shame on you.
Shame
and I
on
need
you.
you to make sure you correct that and fix that in a few weeks. And in August, there'll be more information coming through this vehicle as well as others. We'll see you on Sunday, y'all, in this space that we call the Mount North Pratt. And I'm so happy that my co-host is dropping these beautiful nuggets that I'm gonna steal. It'll be Sunday, but we're definitely gonna steal them. So any last word?
Just one quick note, Pastor. We need to keep the Killian family in our prayers. Sister Killian lost her brother. We just want that family to know that we are here, and as they're going through this season, we're praying for them and praying that God will give them the strength to carry them through this process, this loss, and just want to keep them lifted up in prayer.
Absolutely. We also want to lift up some of our own in-house members
Yeah.
who have had surgeries and sickness. Listen, we love you. We know that God is healing you even now. And if you need us, please, please, please don't hesitate. Reach out to the Deacon Saul or your assigned deacon.
Yeah.
And we can't help if we don't know. If you need to call me, call me. But I prefer you to call your assigned deacon first. And build that relationship and let us know what you need. Okay. Also, we're gonna have Vacation Bible School coming up.
Oh yeah.
Next month we have our Youth Day coming up next month, and we still have 2 more Sundays in this month. So listen, if you're in the area, if you're somewhere without a church home, you don't have a pastor, you don't have a community of believers that you can worship with. Hey, listen, we invite you today, right now, to the Mount North Pratt. Here in the Pratt City community, 1330 Beale Street. That's Birmingham, Alabama, 35214 is the zip. Where we'll love to love on you and we'll love to help you in your spiritual development and journey with our Christ. Hey, it's been a good time with y'all.
Absolutely.
We'll catch y'all on Thursday of next week. God bless you. And as always, we love you. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Peace.
Peace.
That was a good one.